Morning, everybody. Welcome to LOCPod, Midwest's most dangerous podcast, coming to you live from the NECA IBEW Powering Indiana Lake County studio. Dude, I did that without even looking at it.
It's like in your brain now.
It is.
Well, you've done like 200 episodes, so I figure you should probably know the intro by now.
Have we done? No, I think
that was like no credit from your daughter.
I know, dude. She's like,
it's like big
right
deal.
Off the bat.
Big deal. I've been in. Do you know how many plays I've been in and how many lines I've had to
Shut up, Dan.
You know,
memorize?
I used to do the intro, and I had
was
it
just thinking
memorized
about
after
that.
like 30 episodes. So
Really?
Where I get it out of your brain. Then.
Whatever.
Can you go
So-
get it?
no, I've filled it with nursing stuff.
Lindsay's not in a great mood this morning.
Well, at least she's not coming in like right from her shift like she did last Tuesday.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got like a little bit of sleep.
Yeah.
Or no? Were you up all night?
I was up all night.
Little Miss Sunshine.
It's no
Notorious
sunshine out,
LP.
and neither am I.
Working
The
on her,
notorious LMP.
That's
Little
right.
Miss Sunshine. That's right.
working on her connections, having trouble.
All right.
Yeah.
This is burdening me. I need to talk to the studio. about
Oh.
it. Okay.
Ready?
I like the halftime show. I'm just going to go out there and say it. I do like Kendrick Lamar. I was excited about the halftime show. I watched the whole thing. It wasn't my favorite set I've ever seen, but I thought it was great. I mean, I thought it was like B+. B+. Yeah, because I think that he could have, he should have played Poetic Justice. He should have done, I didn't think it was amazing, but I liked it.
Well, it's
So,
like the year of Kendrick Lamar, right? So we're
Yeah.
still celebrating the 5 Grammys and the big diss song with
Right.
Drake. And
by the way, hey, Drake, I hate you like I'm young. He did that with the biggest grin on his
there's
face.
like a close-up.
He was looking right at the camera.
It was
Hey,
wonderful.
Drake, I hate you like I'm young. On the Super Bowl, 200 million people saw that.
Yeah.
His lawyers making a bunch of phone calls all of a sudden as soon as he said the name.
Well,
He
they're
said it.
interesting because they didn't say pedophile. They
they
stopped.
cut
They didn't
that
say,
out.
but because the NFL doesn't want to get sued.
No.
And there's already I didn't realize Drake already sued.
Drake sued Universal, which is
Right.
which is, by the way, his
label.
own label.
Right.
It's
He's-
really interesting.
For promoting basically the fact that Drake is a pedophile.
and
And they talked about the marks on top of the house that I brought up on LOCPod.
yes, I noticed
It's
that.
a universal symbol for sexual
wouldn't-
offenders, and it's
Okay,
on top
so
of his house.
I have a question. So Drake is suing for defamation, correct?
Amongst-
Not yet, right, but
amongst many things.
Okay, so
but one last
defamation.
hold on,
but
Lindsay. I
like,
want to say one thing. The one interesting thing is he did not sue Drake. He just sued Universal.
Right.
All right. So
The
go
label.
ahead.
no, Drake
label.
sued Universal, not Kendrick.
Correct. I'm
Right.
sorry. Thank
But
you.
it's for defamation because they produced a song that calls him a pedophile.
True.
Correct? So if this
That's
ends up,
defamation per se, right, Kevin?
yeah, but also if they dismiss the case, does that mean they found proof that he is in fact a
No.
pedophile?
No, people dismiss cases for all kinds of reasons.
They
for
dismiss
example,
it.
for settlement,
Or he's a public figure, and
yeah. So that's an
there's
interesting
a higher
thing, Tom,
burden
you
for a public
mentioned.
figure.
So that's really interesting. You mentioned that because I was thinking through that too.
Right.
I heard some article or read an article, and they're like, yeah, well, you have to show
Malice.
actual malice or whatever.
Right.
And I was thinking, but wait a minute, do you have to when it's negligence per se? I guess yes. I
Well,
don't know.
if you say that Drake's a pedophile, if you say that, he did. He said it. He didn't say. He said it with words on the song.
And it
he
affected
also said
his
it,
career.
and no doubt about it, Lindsay. There's definitely damages. That Drake's
You would think.
you could argue his career is completely
well, I read something that
Trash.
he had to pull his son out of school, and
right.
he had a shooting at his house.
in front
right
of his
after
house.
that.
Remember, it happened right after. But by the way, keep in mind the label of the song itself. The record itself has Drake's house with 20 sex offender marks on top of the
Yeah,
house.
it's really something. And you would
Yes.
think that that's not Kendrick. That's like Universal
That's the
deciding
label.
this is what the
we're
song
gonna
label's
promote
look
this.
like. or
We're
the
gonna
video.
push it on people. And then in it, Kendrick Lamar saying Drake's a pedophile. Drake hangs out with pedophiles, and then Drake's house has pedophile marks all over it. It's like,
And
dude, Drake's gonna get millions.
well,
from
and the
that
interesting thing
label.
is it's his own label. And I read this conspiracy theory. I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory. It may be a real theory that Universal might have done that because they're up in a contract year with Drake.
I heard. Well, we listened to the same thing.
They want to
did we?
drop him.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
the New York
Who would wanna
Times, the
drop-
Daily.
Oh, that was
The
that's where I heard
Daily
it.
covered the Drake Kendrick Lamar feud. The Daily
For
Lindsay,
old
that's-
people like
that's
me.
freaking New York Times, man. They
Wow.
did a whole 35-minute segment on this feud.
Well, you can talk about how surprised you are that they're covering it, but I mean Kendrick has a Pulitzer.
I know.
This
I know.
is ascended just like regular rap.
I love
beef.
Kendrick.
He's
Kendrick's-
been above and beyond.
Kendrick's
100%
very,
of the
very
time.
intelligent, very, very smart. If you listen to that song, Not Like Us, there's a lot of innuendo in there. There's a lot of messages in there.
Double entendre.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's kind of Kendrick, right? He's
That's
like
his
not,
style.
He's smart.
It's very
He's not just going to say
deep.
something. He's deep.
Which, by the way, I heard was like a criticism of the Super Bowl show.
Right.
Like people weren't getting it because it was his lyrics are deep, but
like I didn't
watch the whole thing.
I didn't like Serena Williams crip walking. I thought that was stupid.
Yeah, what was that about?
Strange.
It's like she wants to be a gangster, I guess.
No.
She's a gangster.
She's a tennis player.
Gangster billionaire.
Drake has been very rude to her pretty consistently throughout his career.
Okay.
And she's from Compton.
Okay.
But what does her crip walking have
She's
to
a
do?
crip now.
Is that a
she's
dig
a
at
she's a
Drake?
gangster.
Okay.
A gangster.
That's
I'm
not
a gangster
been relevant
billionaire.
since the 90s.
Crip walk. The Crips are
I know
a
how to
violent
crip
street.
walk.
They're a
Like-
violent street gang.
Don't
and
do
I
that
don't
anymore,
think
No,
Lindsay.
don't.
I don't think Serena Williams should be emulating a violent street gang.
Okay.
Gangs that kill people and have killed people over the years. And now we have a beloved
like
tennis star
romanticizing it.
that's looked up to by people, and she's up there doing a gang dance.
Maybe she was
Screw
originally
you.
a Crip.
Huh? That's
I don't know
bullshit.
the
So-
answer to
thing.
that.
The only thing I read was like she did that at Wimbledon or something once
She did.
and got in trouble for
Right.
it.
She did.
So was she doing that again in defiance of that or something?
No,
It's for
I think
a
she was
number of
doing. Well,
reasons.
she wanted to be on stage to give it to Drake, no doubt about it.
He's
Yeah.
been really creepy towards her, and she's got a lot of beef with him.
She's looking good. Though.
I'm generally
Fuck,
a,
yeah,
I'm
she really
generally
looked
a
at her
Serena
in that
fan.
Thank you, John.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. I
Like-
thought she's beautiful. Man.
Yes.
Holy
Yeah.
Toledo.
You didn't like the Crip
No, but you
walk,
don't like
I did
her,
not
Dad.
like. No, I don't like.
Choose a
I
side.
like her. She's very incredibly talented, amazing woman. Okay,
Hot.
who's looked up to by millions of kids, millions of little girls that want to be just like her, and then she does a fucking crip walk on stage. I think that's stupid. Yes, okay, but I think she's amazingly talented and beautiful. Okay, but that was a dumbass decision. I don't think she should have done it.
I don't think it's going to impact her.
Not
I'm
career.
like
sure you're
us.
right, Lindsay. I'm sure you're right.
Yeah, she'll
But if
be
I
all
did
right.
the damn crip walk, I tell you what.
Well,
You
you're
just
a
did it.
white man
like
from
crip walk,
Indiana.
crip walk, crip walk.
You just did it.
I
On
think
LOCPod.
I'm doing
How
it for
dare
my
you
seat.
bring
The
that into
crip-
LOCPod.
The crip sit. I'm doing the crip sit.
Yeah, I think it's more in the legs.
It is.
Yeah.
It is in the legs.
I saw him moving his legs though.
Anyway, I didn't care for the Kendrick halftime show. It just kind of fell flat to me.
Yeah.
The whole thing just seemed quiet. I
One
don't
of,
know.
one of my favorite songs by Kendrick he didn't do, Poetic Justice. But that's a Drake song, by the way.
Really?
Drake gave that song to Kendrick, and it's one of my favorite Kendrick songs.
Mm.
But I'm one of the few that likes Drake too. I like both.
I think
of them. I think Drake's
I
amazing.
think you came out when Chase came in to talk about the diss
Yeah.
on Drake's side early on, but then you switched.
What
Oh,
did
I
you
love
think?
Kendrick.
Once we knew the whole story.
But like,
whole
no,
beef.
I do like Drake. I still listen to Drake.
Yeah.
But I'd be honest with you, if I was blasting Drake at an intersection, I'd turn it down now.
Because I think it's
Be like,
without
looking around.
question he lost to Kendrick.
Fuck yeah,
on
he
it.
lost. He's
Yeah.
sued. Like, if you're a rapper and you file a lawsuit, you clearly fucking lost, right? Like, I'm suing you. It's like, what?
Like, there's going to be lyrics about that, right? The fact that he decided
Yes,
to sue, for sure.
That
Well,
is indication right there that
Without
he
a doubt.
lost the
How
fight.
far has rap fallen? Like I remember when there was beef, you'd like shoot them at a stoplight. Now they sue each other.
I got the best lawyers in town. You're going down.
Well,
so they're so billionaire
To be
now.
fair, the shootings still occur. Like, we've had a couple rappers in the last couple of years have been shot in beef.
but once
true.
you get to their level,
I was going to say, not the top guy.
But
all-
no, that's
right.
just Drake because he comes from, he was a TV star for
yeah,
like
his Disney Channel.
20 years
Right.
beforehand. He was on Degrassi. I used to watch him when I was a kid.
Right.
Like, he's not coming from a ghetto background. He's
No.
not coming from.
He's not ghetto.
He's not gang affiliated. He's not.
But his
So, yeah,
not
he's
girlfriend,
like,
gonna be
not
like,
like us. Come on,
Quit
Linz.
saying mean things about me. I'm gonna
his
sue.
girlfriend, his girlfriend Serena is gang affiliated, obviously.
So
It's not his girlfriend, and she'd beat your ass if she heard you say that.
That's right.
Ren is in chat.
Yeah.
And he
Oh,
said,
Ren will give us the
this is
lowdown.
wild. He said Serena's brother was actually killed by Crips, so that was really
Dude.
cringy.
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Ren.
I love Ren.
Ren's
always
got
been-
all the. He's
Ren's got
the
the
news,
facts.
man, and he's good with the rap.
And by the
news.
way, it's always helpful when he backs me up. I appreciate you, Ren.
We should
Thank
get
you,
him on
Ren.
the pod.
I love you, man. Fuck yeah.
He'd
let's
be a
get
good
Ren on-
guest. Yeah.
Let's get Ren on the pod. Let's do
when
that.
we
sure.
ever, when yes,
no,
especially when
no
we have
doubt,
music
dude.
issues.
Do you know how many freaking stories Ren has?
Yeah.
He's done so many.
I want you to
Ren, you're-
read the second part of his comment because you just censored half of his comment for me.
However,
Mm-hmm.
Crip walking also glorifies Cali culture.
Oh, there you go.
Bam.
So I should be
That's
crip
why the
walking.
mayor was crip walking
I'm
here.
gonna
Now
crip
it
walk.
Thank
makes
you,
sense.
Ren.
I'm gonna
Thank
crip
you,
walk at the end
Ren.
of the show. Okay.
You know what?
To
The-
glorify
As-
California.
You're
I
a
did-
white man, so please
I
do
like.
not.
All right. Oh, don't show that.
Wait,
If
let me
you're-
go to the Tom Cam.
Please, hopefully you're listening, not watching.
That's the crab walk. That's not the Crip walk.
That's the wrong sea walk, bro.
All right.
All right.
Here's a question. Here's a question for you, John. What person who has been in the Hammond Civic Center in the last 10 years owns a private jet?
Yeah, dude, this pissed me off.
Me.
Past 10 years, Joe Biden.
Vince
Oh.
Neil.
You're right. Probably right about Joe Biden.
That was the first thing. Kevin's like, Vince Neil jet got into an airplane crash. I'm like, Vince Neil's got a fucking jet? Like, what the hell is going
That was
on?
Tom's reaction. Not like, is he okay?
It's like, Vince Neil, how the hell did he get a jet?
How the F does Vince Neil have a jet?
I met this guy. There's no way he should have a jet.
No way.
Yeah.
He has a jet.
I
It
don't
crashed
know
in Scottsdale yesterday.
Who is
Lead singer for
Vince
Motley
Neil?
Crue, baby.
Oh.
Your husband is shaking his head right. You know,
My husband does not like Motley
does.
Crue. I'm the one
He
who's
does.
seen Motley Crue.
I'm
and-
telling you straight up, your husband likes Motley Crue
At
because I know
Pacific
the type
Center,
of
Lindsay.
music.
Definitely not.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
No,
get Brian.
actually-
I'm gonna blast some girls. You're gonna
yeah,
watch
go
your
ahead.
husband
No,
rock
I
out.
remember him telling me specifically that he hates them.
girls.
Tom is in it.
Wait, like someone died. This is
Yes.
crazy. I
Yeah,
thought it was
the
like
pilot.
just
no,
a fender
no,
bender.
no.
The pilot did.
What?
Yes, it ran off the runway and hit another Learjet.
Yeah,
That
it didn't even look like it looked like a car crash. Like it
Yes.
wasn't even no flames. It was just a collision.
but it
Was
looked
the
fast.
pilot like drinking or
yeah,
something?
no,
No.
the landing gear collapsed.
Yeah, John,
Oh.
you can maybe.
It just looked like he
Hit the
drove
play
into
there.
the other plane.
The landing
like,
gear
over the
collapsed.
plane.
Right here.
Oh, is that what happened, Tom?
Yeah, as soon as it landed, the left landing gear collapsed and they were out of control. And they slammed into a plane.
Oh.
There's
Yeah.
going to be an ad. There's
Oh
always
yeah,
an ad.
always
Gag.
an ad.
So the girlfriend was on the plane. Vince Neil was not.
I met the old
Oh.
girlfriend. The old girlfriend was way nicer than the new girlfriend, in my opinion.
You met the new girlfriend too?
No, I did not.
Then how do you know?
He,
Okay,
he was using
like
the
I
word
did not
nice
give.
to mean something else.
The old girlfriend was spectacular, though. Like we met her and she was beautiful and lovely, and
And
she
Dad
took
was
care
like,
of Vince.
"That's peak woman. Nobody will
listen.
ever surpass."
So, but I don't think he should have had a jet. Being honest with you, I think it. And then secondly,
Jet.
he should have never
Oh,
dumped his
yeah, there it
original
is.
girlfriend.
Here we go. Watch.
Whoa.
Boom.
Let me go back here.
it
So-
looks like he just ran into the other.
Correct. It looks like more like a car crash.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude.
Yep.
That'll kill you.
But then I heard that the
It
other.
did.
I don't know if this has been verified.
That's Vince Vaughn's.
Yeah,
jet
someone
he
said
hit.
Vince Vaughn was the other owner. So
It's the
two
Vince-
Vinces.
They're
Oh.
not invincible.
Too many Vince. Okay.
how does this happen?
Not invincible.
Oh,
Shut the
funny.
hell up, Dad.
I like
Too
that.
soon.
Swear
Too
to
soon.
God.
Is it?
I
What?
think
That was
so.
awesome. I just pulled it out. Come
It
on.
made me laugh so hard I
That's
coughed.
the title. for
Invincible? Not
sure.
invincible?
Not invincible.
Okay.
And there'll be a hyphen.
gonna
in
Hyphen-
there.
I was
So
gonna say, please
the good
hyphenate
news
that,
is
John.
we got a
So
title out of
funny.
the way. Let's move on with the show.
All right.
How does this happen, though? Let's talk about
The
this.
landing
How?
gear collapsed. I
That
just
doesn't
explained it.
explain what happened. What I'm seeing here is that he just drove into another.
So no.
If your left front tire collapsed when you were driving, I have a feeling you wouldn't have control of that car
and you
anymore.
would go to the left. by the
Probably
way.
pull hard to the left.
So John, the smaller Learjet went off the runway due to landing gear issues, and that other jet was on the taxiway.
Gotcha.
And it went off the runway and into the taxiway and hit.
I'm like the NTSB. I don't know if you guys realize that.
the
What?
FAA,
I have a sick fascination with
NTSB. FAA.
NTSB is National Traffic Safety Board. They investigate airplane crashes.
Oh.
It's what I do.
Oh, that was National
You know what?
Transportation
That
Safety
must be
Board.
my hobby.
hereditary.
Did you know
Dad,
that?
No, I
Because
didn't.
I also
That
find
and crip
airplane
walking.
crashes.
Thank you, Lindsay. That's the
like,
DNA
super
that came from
fascinating.
my side of the family.
I watch like online documentaries about these random airline crashes and
Tom's
stuff.
hobbies:
I wa-
crip walking,
NTSB.
No, crab,
hobby.
crab
walking.
walking,
In-
Crab
and an
walking.
NTSB investigator
That's right.
on the side.
You know what I do? I really enjoy doing it when I'm on an airplane.
What, crip
and people
walking?
I get right by the bathroom and I look at horrible airplane crashes while people are walking
Oh
by.
my God, this is.
Yeah, he's something.
All right, let's move
All
on.
right,
Pitchers and catchers are reporting yesterday.
Well, baseball's here,
Reported.
and don't forget the Cubs open in Japan
I
against
know.
the Dodgers.
That's why the Cubs opened yesterday.
Wouldn't that be a fun game to go to, man? How do we
LOCPod.
get to Japan?
LOCPod
Steve?
from Japan?
Steve Kellogg, get us to Japan. We need a sponsor.
Let's
Japan
go.
Airlines.
Japan Airlines.
They
I never even thought of
actually-
that.
I've heard
Nippon Steel.
amazing things about Japan Airlines.
Listen, how
Let's
about
go.
this? They would normally expect if we're going to be flown first class out there. That
Who
they-
said we're
We're
going
gonna be
first
no,
class?
so
like we say,
amazed
we
by,
start
like,
off first class. We
Sure.
like
shitty class.
we want four or five first class tickets, and
sure.
we will LOCPod in front of Nippon Stadium or whatever it is, right? And then they're going to be like, "There's no
Nippon
fucking
Steel
way we're
Stadium.
giving you 5 first class tickets," and we're like, "Okay, we'll go business class. That's fine." We just settle back,
And
and
Tom will be like, "All right,
they'll
how about
jump on
one?
it.
How about one
Gotcha.
ticket for me?" All right,
one
you're
first
right.
class, and all these fuckers can buy their own ticket. How about that?
They're like, hey, we did a little research, and 20 people watch your episodes.
But it'll be 30 if we go to Japan.
Yes.
Right.
For sure. It'll
Nippon
be
Steel Yards instead of the U.S. Steel Yards over in
Nippon Steel Yards. Yeah.
All right. So I was wrong about my Super Bowl pick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me
Who
too.
took you? Were too.
Dang.
So
Yeah.
all right.
Eagles freaking flushed. The
Eagles
Chiefs,
flew.
I love it.
dude.
Thank you, Lindsay.
What does that mean?
That was brutal. Yeah,
love it.
because the Chiefs are shit.
I don't get to hear
Whoa.
my daughter talk sports very
Damn.
often.
No.
So I'm soaking it in.
I was working and I was
soaking
like
it.
shocked. I mean, I'm getting sick and tired of watching the Super Bowl, and it's the only game I watch, and it's always the same teams.
That's right, Lindsay.
For someone who does watch one game a year, I guess it
She's
would
like,
get
I'm
old.
sick and tired of.
I am tired of seeing the Eagles and the Chiefs.
I'm sick and tired of Douglas Mahomes.
And you know what? I'm also sick and tired of the Patriots, and I know
Fuck
they
yeah.
were in there for a hot
The
minute.
freaking
Yes.
Cleveland Patriots are annoying. I love my daughter. so much.
Belichick, Brady. I'm sick of watching them.
I just love the fact that she's talking sports. It
Yes.
makes me so happy.
So
If I take Lindsay to a football game a year, pretty much. I don't know, maybe not
It's
recently.
been a hot minute.
Yeah, because she's working, but she always goes. I have to give her credit. She'll go to a
to
baseball
go,
game.
Lynn.
with
Oh,
me.
that's what I say. I tell everybody I don't watch NFL. I watch Notre Dame, and I watch a couple games of Notre
Cubs
Dame.
games.
She'll go to a
Cubs
Cubs
game once
She'll
in a
go to
while.
a Cubs
Yeah,
game.
we went last year.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, she's a good
Cute.
girl. She loves going with
So
I love hockey.
Tom and I ran into somebody last night, and he brought up this whole theory, and I looked it up, and it was like actually kind of a thing. It's, should we be rooting for the Eagles to win Super Bowls, or any team from Philadelphia for that matter, because of historically, and can we put up the other one? Yeah, there we go, John. Historically, when a Philadelphia team wins a major sporting title game, the economy tanks.
No way.
So
What?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So the Philadelphia Athletics won the World Series in 1910, and we had the 25% bear market follows between 1910 and 1911.
So the A's?
Crash of 1929, Philadelphia Athletics won that year, and the Great Depression started the year after. Philadelphia Phillies won the World Series in 1980, and we had a double-dip recession. 2008, the Phillies won also, and we had the Great Recession.
Yeah.
The Eagles won the Super Bowl in 2018, and the stocks had their worst year since 2008.
But we didn't have a recession then.
Well, that's
Nah,
true.
It's getting better. From what I'm looking at here, we're getting slowly better every time.
So we're just going to have
forward.
like a single-digit recession. this
Exactly.
I'll be
year.
honest
There
with
you
you. Like, the stock market is so ridiculously overvalued.
It seems like it's so fragile. I'm just waiting for the
It
bottom
is.
to fall
It's
out.
going to fall, like a lot. And it's going to happen suddenly, and then you're going to want to be ready with your money. I mean, I'm not even kidding. I've been saying this for a long time, and I thought it was going to go by now, but there's no way the stock market should be, the S&P should be at 6,000 right now. There's
Yeah.
no freaking way. It's ridiculous. It should probably be 5,000. So if it fell 1,000 points overnight, I would be the least shocked person. I mean,
Yeah,
it could easily.
I'm not. I wouldn't be that shocked either. It just feels like it's just right. It just feels like it's
Totally,
ready to
dude.
drop.
Everything's so crazy right now. Even Trump with his tariff talk and all that, that's inflationary, which is going to force the Feds to raise interest rates, which is
so
not good for
interesting
stocks.
that you gave that analysis. I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, I'm going to ask Tom. When tariffs are in place, you would think that's going to start slowing the economy, which means they're going to. I thought that meant that the Fed might drop interest rates to try to jumpstart the economy.
How about this? Think about your iPhone, okay? The iPhone is made in China for a reason, because the people in China make probably 50 cents an hour, and it's way easier to assemble the iPhone in China and ship it to America. So what's going to happen is if we start making iPhones in America and we're paying somebody $45 an hour to do something that costs 50 cents an hour in China, it's going to have an effect on that price of the iPhone. And we're just talking about one good. So the iPhone will shoot up 15% or so. Price-wise, right? And then your avocados are going to go up 70% because they're made in Mexico. And then your aluminum goes into cars, and the cars are going to be more expensive. Everything's going to get more expensive, but the good news is I'm pro-tariff. I am pro-tariff. I'm not shitting on him, all right? The good news is all these manufacturers like Apple that took their businesses and moved to China and moved to Mexico, they're going to have to start thinking about coming back home, and that's good news.
Which is kind of what Trump wants, right? He's
Yes.
kind of like, let's
Yes.
jumpstart the American economy. Let's get
Yes.
people manufactured. But
Exactly.
the problem I see is, at least short term, right, is it's going to take time.
It's inflationary.
Yeah, it's gonna
The
take time.
interest rates are going to go up. And if interest rates going to go up, your stock market, 6,000 S&P is under attack, guys. Trump can't save that.
Well,
if he's going to bring on tariffs, which he looks like he's about to do, that stock market is going to suffer. So, like,
Well, think about it. If Apple is in the middle of trying to figure out what they're going to do should we keep manufacturing in China or should we manufacture in the U.S.
Yes.
and the prices are going up, guess what? Their earnings are going to go down. Which, when they have earnings that are going to go down, that's going to affect the ability of the market.
look at this, Kevin. Nippon Steel right
stay
here in
up.
our backyard.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. Nippon Steel is trying to buy U.S. Steel, and it's a big deal, and I think Trump's going to reverse himself on this and allow it to happen. Why does Nippon Steel suddenly want to own American steel companies? They'll get right around this tariff.
Yep.
Because they're making it in America, so they don't have to pay the 25% they would have to pay if they were in
And they
in
can potentially
Japan.
export it.
Oh, yeah. So, like, the fact is, It's already having an effect. Nippon Steel made the biggest. Cleveland Cliffs offer is not even near what Nippon Steel offered for U.S. Steel. And why are they doing that? They're doing that because they want to get out of Japan. They want to get into America and avoid these tariffs, which is good for us here in the region. That's $1 billion going to Gary.
Yep.
That's good news.
I think one of the things, I think the timing of the Nippon Steel decision that Biden had to make and that Trump kind of was on the same page was just politically the wrong time to say, yes, it's a good deal to get rid of U.S. Steel and allow it to go to Nippon Steel, right? So that's why Trump and that's what I'm saying. Trump and Biden both were like, no, we're against the merger or the purchase rather. But I think now that Trump's in office and he already won, now he can look at it as a business decision and be more open to it,
right?
Because you don't have to deal with like, oh, we're getting rid of U.S. Steel, right? The name.
So I went to La Chaquita the other day. I do this on Sundays. I'll go to La Chaquita. It's a great little Mexican.
I can't wait to how you're going to weave this into tariff talk.
Yeah.
This is going to be great.
Easy. It's easy. Okay.
There's a nice rate.
He's a magician.
I go to La Chaquita, and I've been doing this for Sundays for years. I go in there and I get pretty much the same stuff every time. I know that shocks nobody. I'm a man of routine.
Yes,
I go to the same place. I get the same shit. I know how much it costs.
I can usually order for you if
you could.
depending on the restaurant.
You could walk through with me, watch what I do one time, and you could do it every time because I get the same shit.
I've
right?
done that.
And the same. I ask the same guy, "Is this pork or chicken?" He always says, "This is pork right here." I do the same fucking thing.
So
right?
let's get. How much your order?
Too.
What is your
My
order?
order is I get the tamales, I get hot salsa, I get pico de gallo, I get guacamole, I get chips, I get hot sauce to put on the chips, and then I walk out. It's $25.
All right.
$32 the other day.
Oh my!
Because I ordered the freaking guac, man, and the guac is way more expensive.
Whoa.
Yes, dude.
Already.
That's tariff. That's, Mexico responding. They're putting, guacamole is going to be super expensive. That's what's going to start happening. You're going to see prices pop up, and that's called inflation, guys. And that's what the Fed is trying to fight against. So all Donald Trump is doing with all these tariffs is he's attacking that stock market. That 6,000 S&P is under attack with these tariffs. So let's be honest.
Explain to me why, like my brain said, when the economy shrinks because people will contract from purchasing things because prices go up, my brain said the Fed would drop interest rates to try to stimulate the economy.
That has to happen, though.
Right.
And the first thing that's going to happen is the prices are going to shoot up, and then people are going to react to that by cutting back. But that's called a recession.
Yep.
So this could put us in a recession, and the Fed's fight against recession is dropping interest rates.
Thanks a lot, Eagles.
Yeah, thank you, Eagles.
There you go. Fucking Eagles, man. And they kicked their ass, too.
Yeah, wasn't even close.
Yeah, dude.
I completely forgot that this started as football talk.
You gotta stay with us, Lynn.
Infotainment.
You gotta stay with us
Info.
on LOCPod.
It's hard to pay attention to you guys when we start talking finance.
Infotainment.
Medium, what is it? Medium level.
Medium quality
entertainment.
We got to put these things on the wall.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we go ahead and do some ads, and then we come back. We're going to talk about yet another crazy council meeting.
Yes.
I know. We had a long ass council meeting where I was it was pretty interesting, actually.
We're going to talk all about it.
We're going to talk all about it.
All right, and
by
by the way,
you're going to like this. This is Government 2025.
Stick around for the third segment because we got some really good stuff, including the return of mailbag and John's lips smacking. Yes. So
Okay.
Stick around for that.
All right, let's go ahead and. By the way, I want to thank
So
Dodie.
enticing.
Lindsay's
Thank
in.
you.
Oh
Thank
yeah, she was going to leave in the second segment. Hey, I want to thank Dodie Russell for helping us yesterday with a huge turnout. She was rallying the business community. We were rallying the Hammond community, and I just want to say thank you to Dodie Russell. Before I read off this Powering Indiana ad, I want to thank her for a lot of hard work yesterday. We did a good job. So thank you, Dodie. Powering Indiana Lake County is our premier studio sponsor. Powering Indiana Lake County is your source for the region's most trusted electricians. At Powering Indiana Lake County, we set the standard for excellence in electrical work. As IBEW Local 697 electrical contractors, we ensure safety, reliability, and quality for Northwest Indiana businesses and homes alike. But our mission goes beyond the job site. We're creating a brighter future for the region we proudly serve. Powering Indiana Lake County, bringing excellence to the job, creating a brighter future for our community. Find the right electrical contractor at poweringindiana.org.
All right. The branding room floor. Don't let your business get lost in the shuffle of generic branding and aimless marketing. Trust Northwest Indiana's award-winning full-service marketing agency, the Branding Room Floor. Providing data-driven results to help your business grow in a crowded market is their specialty. From website development and digital advertising to graphic design and branding, the Branding Room Floor will set your business or organization on a clear path to strategic success. Don't wait another day to get started and visit thebrandingroomfloor.com today.
Kuklakis Law. Are you facing legal challenges and don't know where to turn? Look no further than Kuklakis Law, your trusted source for legal advice in Indiana and Illinois. Struggling with immigration paperwork? Need a visa, green card, or help with naturalization? Kuklakis Law is here to guide you every step of the way. Our attorneys have the experience to guide you through the complex process of family immigration, humanitarian relief, and naturalization with ease. Don't face immigration challenges alone. Call Kuklakis Law at 219-671-6347 to schedule a free consultation. Hablamos Español.
Rogers Roofing. When you want the best for your home and family, trust the best in the business, Rogers Roofing. Rogers Roofing has transformed homes in Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland for more than 55 years, providing quality roofing, siding, gutters, and windows, all backed by the best warranties in the industry. To learn more and to schedule your free consultation, visit rogersroofing.com or call 219-933-9145 today. That's rogersroofing.com or 933-9145. And remember, at Rogers Roofing, excellence is expected every time.
MCR Partners is your one-stop destination for top-notch expertise in economic development, finance, and planning. With a dedicated team geared up to tackle your projects head-on, they're your go-to comprehensive solution providers. Dive into the world of economic development with MCR Partners and let them guide you through the maze of opportunities. Stay in the loop and connected by checking out their website at mcrpartnersllc.com. And for tailored personal assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to Matt Reeder on his personal cell phone at 219-741-9511.
Thank you, Matt. Misprint Printing. Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana with a 30-year legacy of excellence. Their experienced team, led by Rick Baltensberger, combines innovation and technology to deliver top-quality signs and printing, always on time, within budget. Conveniently located in Munster and Hammond, Misprint is your partner for creating impactful visual solutions and using the latest innovation and technology. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today.
Thanks to our sponsors,
including our studio sponsor,
There
Power in
is
Indiana, Lake County.
something in this building that is triggering all of our allergies because we are all coughing and sneezing.
Maybe it's a sick
all of
building.
sudden.
I hope not.
I've been totally fine until I walked into this
I was
building.
talking too much, I think.
Yeah,
that's
we
why.
are all like.
I'm not. I feel good.
Oh, you,
Well, you inhale
special.
that stuff.
That's right.
That sticker.
Oh,
I do.
yeah.
I do. I haven't done it today
That
yet.
doesn't do shit.
It
I
does.
still have to buy that.
It opens me up. It's called the Boom Boom.
There's
Stick.
the okay. There's the title. It opens me up. It's called the Boom Boom Stick.
That's right.
Lindsay's leaving to go clear her
All right. Hey,
nasal.
we yesterday over the weekend, John, did you get a text message from the Indiana Forest Alliance?
I actually did not.
You did not.
No, I
think-
must
I'm
not be
trying
on
to-
I
that
did.
list.
You know what? I think
I
it's
did.
because you're a registered Republican. I was trying to figure out how they.
Yeah.
It was only Democrats that got it, Kevin. I
Yeah.
noticed
Oh,
that. Did you?
makes sense.
Yeah.
In Hammond, the Indiana Forest Alliance got behind a proposal to try to pressure me into killing a bridge that's going to get my residents and my emergency responders over stopped train traffic. And a group of some Hammond residents, but mostly out-of-towners, keeps on following me around from meeting to meeting, following the city council around from meeting to meeting, trying to pressure us to turn down a 100% fully funded bridge that's going to get us over stopped train traffic. And we're not taking the bait. So over the weekend, Kevin and I got text messages, and along with hundreds of our friends, started texting us saying, hey, I just got this text message from the Indiana Forest Alliance encouraging me to show up to the Hammond City Council meeting on Monday and pressure you not to do this bridge.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like you're almost like getting a message to pressure yourself. It was like it was telling you.
I did get a message from the Indiana
Tom
Forest
McDermott.
from the Indiana
Tell Tom
Forest
McDermott
Alliance
to stop.
that I support. I'm on the Forest Alliance. I donate money to them, and then they're sending text messages out saying "fuck this guy"
To
to
you.
me. I'm like, okay,
What a weird-
I will be there.
What a weird moment for you.
No, it felt like I was in a campaign because that's the kind of stuff that happens during campaigns. You know, they send out a direct mail. Everybody starts calling you.
Yep.
And then I was sitting there and people are like, what are we going to do, Mayor? Because there's going to be a ton of out-of-towners there pissed off at you. And they're all going to get there.
It kind of had a campaign feel to it.
It was no
like all
doubt
of a sudden
about
it's like
it.
a campaign. Like, oh,
So my first instinct, like it has been all the way through with what we call the Dune Dusters, the green shirts, is just to ignore them. So like I went through most of Sunday just trying to like drown it out, not think about it. No, it came out Saturday.
Saturday night.
Saturday.
Saturday
So
afternoon.
Saturday I was like not reacting. I'm like, okay, it's no big deal because we're on the right side of this issue. As long as we're on the right side of the issue, just stay optimistic. It'll get through. And then Sunday I sort of had to change of heart. I was like, I have 10 times the number of supporters that they do. I have 10 times the number of supporters that support this bridge than they do. And these supporters that I have are actual Hammond residents that actually have no problem going to a Hammond City Council meeting. So I was like, let's have a rally. Let's have a rally in support of the bridge. We'll have like an informational meeting in the biggest room I have possible. So I called up the city council president and I said, Mr. President, can I use the city council chambers at 4:30 on Monday? Before the council meeting, he said, we have a caucus that day. I said, I'll be done by caucus. He said, as long as you're done by caucus, I have no problem with it, Mayor. And then I put the word out to the business community, to the Hammond community, and I asked everybody to show up and show their support for the bridge project.
Yeah, it was actually really interesting.
Can I show this?
Yeah,
Please.
absolutely. So this is if you haven't seen it before, if you're listening, we're showing a picture of the Hammond City Council chambers, which is full to capacity.
Why are they wearing
And
neon?
So someone came up with the idea that if you wanted to show support for the construction of the bridge, wear construction colors. So it was like orange.
I put
and
on a
yellow.
construction vest also. So we were all.
Oh, we have a photo.
And it
of
was
that, don't
obvious.
worry.
It was very apparent who was there to support, the bridge. And the entire council chambers was filled to capacity.
What a dork.
I know. I look
I
like
thought you
Abraham
were
Lincoln.
trying to get in a perfectly.
If
Look at
I would have
Lincoln-
known it was
Yes.
lined up like that, I would have stood up a little taller.
little
That would have
bit.
been perfect.
That's
look
such
at
a
that.
great
That is a
picture.
nerd.
If you don't
That is
make
a
that your
nerd.
profile picture,
That has got to be your profile
What a
photo.
dweeb.
temporary one for the day.
Lindsay. No, no credit.
That's my daughter.
No credit, Tom.
One day I'll be dead.
What a
She'll
dweeb
be
he
like,
was.
this is what she'll remember. I
God
should've
gave
never
him a
called my
daughter
daddy
first
a
to
dweeb.
keep him humble.
He's dead now, and I called my dad a
So
dweeb.
just if you're listening, there's this really, really cool picture of Abraham Lincoln in the back of the council chambers that hangs. And Tom was standing at the dais right in the front, and his face basically covers up Abe's face, and it almost
It's almost perfect.
It looks like his ears are massive.
And
Okay, I'm going to use that as my profile.
Yeah.
picture.
it has to be.
Yes.
And look at
I
you
look
in
like such a
construction.
friggin' nerd.
Even Tom admitted it.
What a
The ultimate
loser.
nerd.
It's good though. Good pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Senpai's probably
So
a
anyway-
council member.
So our meeting's at 4:30, right, Kev?
Yeah, it's an informational meeting. I think it was great.
It was a great meeting.
You got up and you allowed.
We
like,
went through the whole
history.
so that everybody in the audience understood like the 8 years of work that it took to get to this point. And I know the green shirts have been following us around for about a year now, but we've been doing this for 8 years, and we're finally at the finish line. And what the green shirts are asking us to do is to turn down a 100% fully funded bridge, and that's not going to happen.
over an area that they are basically trying to make sound like is pristine woods and great dune and swale for
It's
historic
low
and-
quality
Just
dunes.
Trash.
Well, I thought one of the most interesting comments last night was Councilman Salinas, who said that he took time to go out to the area with some of the dune dusters, and I just remember this specifically. He goes, overall, and I think I'm quoting him here, I was not impressed. And he's like, I took my dog with me. It wasn't anything super duper.
Said like four-wheelers were going.
Yeah, there's a lot of
tracks.
ATV tracks,
Yeah.
which I'm sure, by the way, are rolling over all the frogs and everything else that they're
Right.
trying to protect. And he said, if you want to go like a quarter mile away,
So I'm an
you can just go to-
environmentalist.
you can just go to and all the plants and these native, Anyway, you can go. He said you can go like a half mile away or a quarter mile away to Gibson Woods, which is a protected nature area
It's
by
like-
the state of
It's
Indiana,
like 500 acres or
by the
something
county.
like that.
I think it's great.
Ridiculous amount.
beautiful.
Of
They
it's
have,
like down the street, like a half a mile away.
And they also have like protected marshland and plain lands over here in Griffith by my house.
Yeah.
The
And I
Hoosier
go walk
Prairie.
over there
Yeah,
all
that
the
whole
time.
area
It's
is
The
really
Hoosier
nice.
Prairie's
Yeah.
gorgeous. Yeah.
So basically, what we're saying is, this meeting last night. So everybody's there from 4:30.
I thought it was good that you got your point out.
Oh,
because
yeah.
in the Dune Dusters have been, give them credit, right? They've been doing a good job in rallying and getting what they believe the message is. And I thought it was really important for you to counter that with facts, and you did that.
So we have, 100 people in the council chambers there for the 4:30 meeting. My meeting knocks off at around 5:15, right as the council rolls into caucus, right? And to my surprise, everybody that's there for the 4:30 makes a decision. We're staying for the council meeting. So this is the interesting part. Now, everybody is in the audience, and as you can see from this picture, it's like a jam-packed church. Like the pews are filled. There's no room for any additional people. And this room has been rated for a certain capacity for years before. And it happens to be right around 100, which is the number of people that were in the council chamber. So now the fire marshal starts getting involved saying, hey, listen, we can't put any more people in this room. Right as the dune dusters started rolling in at 5:45, 6 o'clock, they want to come in and pack the council chambers because they got a text message and they drove in from DeMott and Hobart and Gary. We drove into Hammond so we could give McDermott hell.
Forest
And now,
Alliance told us to come.
Now the entire city council chamber is filled with people. I mean, I didn't know this was going to happen. You know, what am I supposed to do?
The interesting thing is what we ended up doing was John was involved in this decision. I texted John and Chris from the IT department, and I was like, hey, we've got an overflow crowd. What are our options? And immediately Chris, who's the head of IT, was like, let me get John and Tiffany together. We'll do an overflow room in the basement so that we can play the meeting. So anybody who wants to watch it can watch it. Yeah. So then we also took a public comment. At the direction of the city council president, Dave Werpel, he directed his staff to take a public comment sheet down to the overflow room so they could, if they did want a public comment, they could fill that out. So we just wanted to cover that part of it so that nobody felt that they couldn't watch the meeting if they weren't in the room.
And to that point, Kevin, you can't say 4 years into this issue, we haven't been overly accommodating to this group. We fire up this overflow room. The overflow room gets to capacity.
Yeah.
Then it became the overflow hallway. I guess Tiffany turned on a computer in the hallway so that they could watch as well. I mean, really went out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, I don't think the mayor or IT or anybody in the city takes that obligation lightly. We have a public meeting. Let's make every ability for people to see it, whether you're with us or against us. And
we started Go Hammond TV how long ago, John?
Oh, plus 10 years.
10 years. And it's finally
still ahead of the curve. You're still ahead of the curve.
It's finally been codified though. Cities have to do that, right, Kevin?
July 1st.
We've been doing it for 10 years in Hammond. So
Streaming.
Go Hammond TV is the brainchild of this administration, and we provide content to our people since 10 years ago. So
there's still towns and cities that don't stream their meetings.
That's correct.
That just shows how far ahead you were.
Yeah,
in
we were
setting
way
this
ahead.
up. Crazy.
By the way, I got the idea from the city of Gary. Quite frankly,
Wow.
I did, man.
Wow.
City
I
of
didn't know
Gary.
that.
I went over there, John, and I was like, they had a TV studio set up, and I was determined. I'm like, holy crap, this is an amazing idea. And I came back and started talking to you guys, and you did the same thing.
And you could see kind of all the IT equipment in the back of the room there on this photo. So
it was a great meeting yesterday. I want to say thank you to all the Hammond residents. The Hammond residents that showed up, not the out-of-towners that got a text message about a tree and a frog, okay? The actual Hammond residents that are sick and tired of waiting for trains, that don't give a crap about our city, and they just pull up and stop, and they'll sit there for hours, causing chaos throughout Hessville. We're sick of it. That's why we're building this bridge. I'm sorry that it's going to go through a wooded area. It is. There's nothing we can do about that other than replant every tree that we take down. And we've already committed to replanting 24 acres of trees. 24 acres of trees in Hammond, mostly Hessville. That's what we're going to do to make up for what we're doing. But we are doing this. Let's make no mistake about it. And the council vote, by the way, 8-0.
Yeah, I was impressed by that.
8-0.
Great job,
I signed
City
it,
Council.
obviously. It's unanimous. We're moving forward. Thank you to the federal government. Thank you to the state of Indiana. We appreciate your money. We're building this bridge. And when we're done, Hessville will be able to move even with stop trains, which will be a wonderful day.
Yeah, so it was an interesting, fun day.
I have a big smile on my face right now.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it just goes. I think that's the thing. We've talked about this. That if you're satisfied with your city government and you're satisfied with the project that's going on, you're kind of like, they got it. I don't need to get involved. And I think this was a good decision to actually ask them to get involved because of this text message that went out.
We needed it.
And I would say to the Indiana Forest Alliance, who decided to get, for whatever reason, behind this issue, that was I think a bad, dumb decision. But
so 8-0,
8-0.
It's unity on this issue.
I don't
There's
think
not even
have
one.
there been many
Unity?
Well, has there ever been has something passed unanimously
All the time.
recently?
Yeah,
all the time.
Okay.
We get a lot of unanimous votes, but last night wasn't exactly
that's
unified.
good.
There was, I know one council person's pretty pissed off at me.
Didn't show up.
Oh, yeah. That was actually to me watching, that was the more interesting.
What do you mean?
It was just a bit controversial.
I was not going to get lectured about how I'm unavailable to talk from a council person that's sitting on her couch and zooming in. I was just not going to do it. I was just like, hey, listen, like, I'm very available as mayor. I meet with the council twice a month at lunch, and she's invited a lot, okay? I meet with the council all the time. People come into my office all the time. I have meetings with council people all the time. It's not like I'm hard to find. You just got to try. And if you don't try, and then you're frustrated because you don't know what's going on, and you're sitting on your couch, zooming into a council meeting, complaining to me that I'm not available, are you freaking high? Are you high? That's why I just snapped last night.
She did end up voting yes.
Of course.
And I thought it was good that each council person gave their reasoning why.
I agree. I liked the discussion by council members over this is why I'm doing it, because it's good to hear that they're not just like, oh, I'm just rubber stamped for the mayor.
Absolutely. Right.
It was like, hey, let me explain to you why I got here and how I got here, and I think that's important. You see the process at work. You see why the legislative body has their own opinions and why they decided to do this. They're not just doing it because the mayor is for it. They're doing it because they did their homework.
This might be a good time to do let's bump the mailbag up, because it sounds like this was from someone who was concerned about the environment here with this, and they've changed their mind a little bit. You want to read this?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, first
Good
of all,
way
we
to
got
end.
then we'll do
Kevin's favorite part.
We'll do mailbag, and then we'll go to ads. So, John, mailbag.
Mailbag.
We're
He
back.
hasn't done that in months.
We are
But
back.
I'm still...
Seasons.
He's a true professional.
That is a true professional.
Seasons. It's been seasons.
Makes it sound like years, but it's just really seasons.
Seasons.
LOCPod
It's like
seasons.
been like
Lockpod
6 months.
seasons. It's
3
like
months.
dog years. 3 seasons.
I do
is a
feel like
year.
I'm 80, so yeah.
How many seasons you been on? 14.
Fucking
Fucking 14 seasons.
How the hell
yeah.
did that happen?
Yep. God, you look so young. I know.
Hey,
I
did you
know.
see this, though?
Dog
Like,
year.
I was looking at these stats,
Uh-huh.
because at the beginning of the show, we were like, how many episodes have we done?
Uh-huh.
Can you believe it's been 346 is
I can
what I'm
believe it.
seeing.
Whoa.
Yeah, I can
That's
believe it.
insane.
346
Feels like more.
episodes.
Look at us, dude.
Dude, that is crazy.
For eternity.
Look at us. Look
for
at
our,
us.
For our great-great-grandchildren
This is our
to,
hobby.
to listen
Yes.
to.
My great-great-grandkids are going to be so proud.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
They're going to be
You
like,
said
you
so
were...
many-
I
see-
know any kid I give birth to is not going to give a shit. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway. I'm not.
Mailbag.
Are you pregnant?
no.
Lindsay's
Oh.
pregnant.
What?
Definitely not.
Hold on a
right.
second.
Sure.
Please don't.
Lindsay is not pregnant.
What is the status of Lindsay's pregnancy?
We're going to check in every day.
Non-existence. It's gone.
Lindsay's
Every
pregnancy
day.
segment.
Every Tuesday.
I have a pregnancy test
Lindsay, are you
sitting here for
pregnant yet?
Lindsay.
Yes. All right.
That's so
Gross.
weird.
All right, here we go. Dear Mayor McDermott and others. You guys are the others.
I think that's us, guys.
I hope you are well. She's talking to me on that one. I was moved by your podcast about how you felt the fear of violence because of the Governor's Parkway opposition. I first heard about the situation because of their efforts, but I realized I was misled after hearing the reasonableness of building the parkway at no cost to the citizens of Hammond while ensuring the safety and expediency for pedestrians, drivers, and emergency services.
That was a LSAT word.
There-
Expediency.
Their information misconstrued the parkway as a total teardown of the woods for a housing development. Regardless, I would hope you would consider what I have to say in spite of all the stress and haranguing you've dealt with on behalf of the constituents of Hessville. I would like to work ahead of the construction crews to harvest seeds from the trees and dig up native plants to use in restoration efforts at the dunes, DeWaljack, here in Chesterton, and in Couts. These plants have ecological, medicinal, and economic value. Indiana's largest foreign trade partner in Ireland, due to Eli Lilly importing medicinal plants to synthesize medications and research potential pharmaceutical compounds. I'll spare you the details at this time.
Thank you.
But I think by ensuring the unique local genotypes of the plants that are in this area continue to exist, we would help ensure that Indiana's future is healthy and financially sound.
How about that?
Thank you for your time and graciousness in reading my request.
That came through at 1 a.m.
I would
Wow.
definitely...
Somebody was not able to sleep last night.
They were listening to LOCPod, obviously.
I think it's cool. It's like an environmentalist.
I
that
would
is-
definitely. I have no problem with that at
Yeah.
all.
Wow.
Like if you want to like go
Come see
through and
it.
dig up seeds and all that, God bless, man.
I don't
Like,
know
we're
what
not
quality
anti-environment.
stuff that
I was
she'd
gonna
pull
put
up.
I was gonna put you on the spot, Tom. I was like, what do you think of that idea?
I don't think it's unreasonable at all.
There you go.
At all. And by the way, like I said, if we're taking down one tree, I'm replanting 2. We've committed to that, and we're serious about it, and we're going to do it. It's like, this sucks that it has to land in this area. It has to. It's the only place to do it without massively eminent domaining huge parts of
in that sense,
Huntsville.
that's, in my opinion, that's a positive. Yeah, does it suck? I think this is the best place for it because otherwise you're taking people's homes.
Yes. So
I just want to say that was probably the most well-written mailbag we've ever had.
it was definitely the most technical.
Grammatically, perfection.
It was like challenging Tom. He's like, all right, I got to read this thing.
Yeah.
But good job. Let's go get the
Thanks.
seeds.
All right, let's yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so let's do some ads, and when we come back, we're going to talk about pickleball tournament.
Yes.
Navy. Nuclear
Yes.
Navy story. Navy stories are always good.
All kinds of other stuff.
Gulf of America, and then Corinne Straight was giving a shout out to LOCPod. We want to shout out to Corinne.
Oh, I'm so proud. 2 of these came from me.
Thank
Good
you,
job,
Lynn.
Lynn.
Good job.
took
It's not
300
very often Lindsay gets shit on the show. Like this
we
could
were
be-
really short
I
on
was on
content.
fire this week.
we were hurting. We
We were
were
hurting for content,
It's like,
so thanks,
fuck,
Lynn.
do we have to do Lindsay's story? This is gonna suck.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right, Frankie V's. No need to dress up. It's a casual place. Bring the whole family. We have plenty of space. A hidden gem in Hammond. You don't have to drive far. Delicious food, great service, and yes, a full bar. Try our homemade pizza chips, Italian beef, sausage, marinara, and more. We have delicious pizza, pasta, and Italian foods galore. Don't go where they don't remember you. It's just not the same. Come to Frankie V's where everybody really knows your name. Visit us today at thefrankieV's.com for daily specials, full menu, and hours.
All right. Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. Are you injured or in trouble with the law? Give Cantrell and Cantrell a call and schedule your consultation with someone who is in court and at the jail every day. Call John Cantrell at 219-554-4LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife, Kristen, make a great team and are waiting to hear from you.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products with no tariffs, made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón.
Busch Light, the coldest and smoothest light lager around, is the second fastest growing beer in the country, and we're serious about cracking a cold one and heading for the mountains. We get excited about 30 packs in a cooler, reeling in a big fish, supporting the farming community, hunting season, and cranking up some country music. As the official beers of NASCAR and the professional bull riders, Busch Light is always cold and smooth and waiting for you. Head over to Cal Brew or the Busch Light websites and social media pages for details on this great family of beers. Enjoy a Busch Light with beers and cheers responsibly.
For decades, the Ron J. Prestimer Insurance Agency has been located right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all of your insurance needs. The Prestimer Agency specializes in a wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. The Prestimer Agency serves thousands of people and businesses throughout the Chicagoland and Midwest. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you.
Thanks to our sponsors, include our studio sponsor, Power in Indiana, Lake County.
Hey, can I ask you guys something?
Mm-hmm.
I know we just moved on from this topic. Last night you voted on something that didn't need to be voted on again, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah, on that resolution.
resolution, yeah.
Right.
What's next now? Like this is done, right? Like what's next?
Construction.
And when does, like, we're talking fencing off
Yes.
the air? Okay, when? Like,
Soon.
okay.
Yeah.
Why is somebody asking?
No, it's just
You
I
gotta
was
get
thinking
your
of it.
bodies out of the area.
It's like,
No, I
how
was-
much more can this last, right?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Like, come on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, John.
So,
How much longer
Yeah.
does it going to last?
How long do we have to wait?
Right.
Okay.
Let's get this bridge going.
By the way, last night something came out that I don't know if the media is going to pick up on. You know, Councilwoman Vanez asked me a real tough question, and I answered it. And we had just talked about that this week about ICE and how the city is going
That
to
was a great
respond to
question.
ICE agents coming in the city. I thought that was a great question asked by Councilwoman Vanez, and I answered it honestly. And I wonder if the media is going to pick it up.
I
just
think
wonder.
they probably will. And by the way, I thought it was consistent with, I was looking online last night, actually, and when I was here working, and I noticed that answer is very consistent with other Democratic mayors around the country. So
That's good to know.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Well,
Pickleball.
yeah, two 55-year-old guys
Not bad.
playing a little pickleball.
We
In the competitive group, by the way.
took third place.
Third
and by the
place.
way, I'm not good. Kevin, thank you. And I just started playing
Does that mean
pickleball.
you were just playing with people who were worse?
No. We played with good players.
Yes.
It was a good tournament.
Insane.
It was a good tournament. It was definitely in the top 2 teams were clearly better than us.
Man, these young firefighters rather. Firefighters, there were 2 teams of firefighters, and it's pretty apparent these guys play pickleball on a regular basis. They're so fast.
Oh
and
my
so
God,
good.
the team that won it they were really good.
Both those teams
and they
were
knew
crazy good.
You could just tell like a good team like that because Kevin and I are getting used to each other on the pickleball court, but those 2 knew exactly what the strengths and weaknesses of the other people were.
Those were the only 2 teams we lost to the whole tournament.
Yeah, we lost to both of them,
the
and we got knocked out. But I thought we played good. Kevin.
Yeah, I did too. For us, just kind of getting used to each other and playing together. And Tom's like improving on a very steep. He's getting better and better and better every time he plays. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun. A lot of fun. I like pickleball. So
it's a blast.
All right. No, we did that.
IT got screwed again, but whatever. We don't have to talk about
it. You guys did. I thought you guys did well.
We did, but our bracket was screwed up. So Jimmy, if you're watching, we got some work to do next year.
Oh, on the bracketology.
Well,
we won the first, lost the second, won the third, won the fourth. Still had to stay in the first bracket.
Really?
For a 5th game, and lost that one, and we got kicked out. It made no sense.
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
Weren't you in the non-competitive bracket?
Yes.
Then what the fuck are you like all fired up for?
Because it's still competitive. There's still
you're like you played against a
bracket.
team of like an 8-year-old and a 7-year-old and you beat them.
Not
and then
true.
You're pissed off that
there are some good games over there.
There were really good games over there.
You,
we
Vez.
had a blast.
I'm fucking with you, Vez. During City Olympics, like Vez is my nemesis. I always go after Vez, right?
Yeah, and it causes problems with my coworkers in IT because they're like, F you, John. Like, you're screwing us.
Yes.
Because we always get picked to play mayor's office.
My team's stacked, so, like, we'll play, like, dodgeball. That I love that game. And then it's like my team has, like, firefighters and college athletes. And then first round, coincidentally, we play IT. It's hilarious.
It's all because of you, John. He's picking on you.
I do.
But I will say, like, when we lost our final game, I watched you guys in your game against whatever team that was.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
The level.
We were getting our ass kicked, and we were sticking with them. I was like, how can
we got our ass
be?
kicked, and
I thought we were playing well.
We played tough.
Yeah.
The comments are calling Vesmar a sore loser and that he dunks on grannies.
He dunks
Damn.
on
Who's
grannies.
Alexandra McCormick?
That's Alex.
That's Alex.
Oh, shut up.
That's Alex.
She got married. Her name is McCormick.
I didn't know it was Alexandra.
Who in the hell is Alexandra McCormick?
Who is this?
Who's this fake profile?
That would be
He
Alex.
almost threw
You
the
see her
B
every
word out or
day.
something, I think. Good
All right,
job.
so let's move on.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Oh, this is great. Okay, thank you, Lindsay. This was a nuclear. This is a nuclear Navy ad, and of course, we all know Tom was a nuke in the U.S. Navy and is a veteran and a proud veteran.
this.
But we watched this, and I was like, I've got to pause this at certain spots. So this is a very cool ad by the U.S. Navy, I thought.
Okay. Submarine.
Before I could use my mind to move a submarine.
Okay, hold on.
Toxic gas located in the...
Is it so? Does an
Is it
interior
really
of a
this
submarine
intense?
that crazy?
It looks like he's in the radio room, but like he said, use my mind to move a submarine. He's in the forward compartment. The submarine moves from the back, and they can't show you that because it's confidential.
How about all the blinking lights?
No, yeah, that looks like the radio room. That looks like control.
Man,
That looks
and
like
noises.
it's red. It looks like he's in the control, but control is where we listen and where we see. And he says, before I use my mind to move a ship, that's in the back. That's where I am.
So he's telekinetic.
So, like, you guys wouldn't know that, but any submariner would know that's
Okay,
not-
cool.
not
All right,
true.
so far it's like realistic. And
No, it's so far it's full of shit right
Okay.
off the bat.
All right, here we
damn.
go.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop.
Keep playing.
compartment. Commencing emergency blow.
Before I knew, I was different.
He's different.
Manuel Joe. I'm so grateful for
Before I understood what nuclear truly meant.
You're doing things that I told you not to do.
All right, stop right there.
He's working at McDonald's.
Does that
Looks
sound
like it.
familiar?
That's where I worked. And a manager would yell at me just like that. Yeah, that was very similar.
All right, so here we go.
Okay.
It's another similarity.
You got that?
Before I knew that struggle
Okay,
Makes
hold
you
on here. Hold on a minute.
What?
He's getting pinned on the bottom. I used to get
he's a
pinned all the time
wrestler.
in wrestling. See, he's on the bottom getting his ass kicked. I used to be that guy.
In
getting my
wrestling?
ass kicked. I was the guy on the bottom.
You're a bottom?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, the guy's armpit is right. The guy's armpit is right in his face. That was me on the bottom.
He's a power bottom.
So far this ad is accurate.
So far, it's very accurate.
All right,
yes.
keep playing. Here we go.
Makes you stronger.
That was me. Getting pinned.
Dad didn't
And that
shoot off
inspiration
rockets.
is everywhere.
The broader tension that Melville depicts is the fight to impose a system.
Before I could do any of this, I had to be born for it.
I used to do Rubik's Cubes.
All right. Back to the sub.
You can be smart
Wait, is that what happens?
Yes.
What?
Wait, so
exactly-
explain what just happened.
Everything
you
falls off the
breached
desk
that-
and stuff?
No, it doesn't fall off the deck.
You breach that fast?
Yes, you fly out of the water.
That is so scary.
Every time you emergency blow.
That's really
He's doing an
cool.
emergency blow. So you're flying up to the surface of the water, and then it flies out of the
can be
water like
smart.
that, and then it lands on the surface. It's a dangerous
Or you can
maneuver
be
because
real.
you don't know if there's a ship on top, and if there is, you'll sink it.
So this main character in the commercial is in the middle of a very intense situation. And
Well,
he
first
handled
off-
it well.
First off, blue shirts like that kid have nothing to fucking do with emergency blows. That's the captain's move or the officer of the deck. Like nobody's going to do that except for the boss of the ship, because there was an incident in Japan where there was a ship on the surface and the captain of an American submarine or some type of, I don't remember if it was American, but we emergency blew and it went up to the surface and it collided with the surface ship and it sunk it and killed a whole bunch of
Holy
people.
mackerel.
Because you have to
my.
know before you emergency blow that the surface is clear, unless it's an emergency.
And that's the captain's call.
If it's an emergency, if you're about to sink, you have no choice. So you have to do what you have to do. But this is training. If you're doing a training emergency blow, you first, before you do it, you go to the surface and you look all around to make sure there's no ships anywhere near you. And then you drop down to 1,000 feet or whatever. And then you do the emergency blow and you fly
Oh,
up
so
to the
this isn't
surface.
just like from 100 feet down. They're like emergency blowing
You could
from
do
way-
emergency blow from anywhere,
Can't
from
you
your
keep-
depth.
How often do you blow?
You do it like, you do it as, it's like training.
As
You-
needed?
No, you do it like to make sure it works. It's an emergency system. You want it to fucking work because if you're flooding, you need that fucker to work as soon as you press the button.
So
if
it's-
it doesn't, you're dead.
So this is like a training exercise so that if you
do-
ever need
you
it, you're
train
ready
all
to
the
go.
time in the Navy. You train all the time. You're testing systems all the time. So we emergency blew once a month probably.
Wow.
And you fly to the surface and you get used to it. And we do things called angles and dangles where you go out and you make the ship do like crazy maneuvers and you shake it loose because you don't want stuff flying around like that stuff.
Oh, so
Nothing
like-
flies around
But if
because
it
you
did,
already
you'd be
did
like-
angles and dangles. You secure it because anything that's making noise, anything that's rattling, you got to secure it. So
When you test,
when you
and
do an
like
emergency
train-
blow, nothing moves.
Wow.
Because the ship has been secured.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's play the rest of it.
Don't you get the bends doing that?
No,
Going that?
no. It has to
Fast
be.
up?
You have to be breathing compressed air,
Oh,
subject
okay.
to ocean pressure for that.
Smart.
I did that 100 times. You were born to be a nuclear engineer. It says
All conditions normal.
nuclear engineers have nothing to do with emergency blows at all. Nothing. Like 0.0% to do with the engineers in the back, which they're selling. They can't show you that stuff because it's all confidential.
Confidential.
So like
So-
they could
Because
show
it
you the
has to
front,
do with the nuclear aspect of
right?
everything?
So they act like the front. That's where all the cool stuff is for sure. In the back, it's a bunch of disgruntled squids like me.
So if you're interested in, by the way, if you're interested or have anybody interested in joining the Navy, especially the nuke program, it's Navy.com/nukesmart.
It's a great program. It made me who I am.
do you want to
Doing the crip sit.
Yes.
be? Do you want to be in a tube with 150 other men?
And women.
That's right.
Doing
And
emergency
women now?
blows.
Emergency blows, power bottoms.
Hey man, you know.
Yes,
Are you a power bottom?
I am a power bottom.
Jesus Christ.
There's another great
No,
episode
that's
name.
not a
All right. I am.
We're
I don't even know what a
not
power bottom is. I can
Good.
only
You don't
wanna know.
imagine. Okay.
All right. So I on a lark, I searched Google Maps yesterday, and I see that Google has totally given in to President Trump and his executive order. And I searched for Gulf of Mexico, and lo and behold,
This is Google Maps. I thought this wasn't true.
it comes up as
Oh my God, it's not
Gulf
there
of
anymore.
America. Are they taking it away?
Oh,
Dude,
zoom out.
Wait,
there
I
it
gave you.
is.
Oh.
Gulf of America.
Yep, right there.
Like Google Maps
Google
says
Maps.
Gulf of America.
Why is
Now
it so small?
they've become a cartographer that is beholden to
When you
president.
zoom in enough, it says Gulf of Mexico, parentheses, Gulf of America.
Really?
Yeah, the
Wow.
when I searched it, it only said Gulf of America.
So now it's just Gulf of America.
yes,
That's stupid.
yeah,
And
very
we want to
crazy.
thank two-time LOCPodder, Corinne Straight. As we all know,
Yeah.
Corinne is a TikTok influencer for sure.
For sure.
I was scrolling around on the TikTok. and-
Lindsay was looking at TikTok and she saw her friend that she follows, Corinne Straight, Corinne Straight, STRAIGHT. Follow her on TikTok, and you will notice that a lot of the episodes she does, she's wearing her favorite podcast T-shirt, Left of Center.
Thank you, Corinne.
Thank you,
That's
Corinne.
us.
We appreciate you, and we follow you, and very honored that you've been
Looking
on our
good
show
on
multiple
TikTok
times. Yeah.
in LOCPod wear.
You weren't here when she was here last time,
Not
right?
last time. First
Yeah.
time, yes.
Yeah, she was in studio. She made it a point to come in here. She told us a story how she got fired.
Yes,
Dude, that's
crazy.
crazy.
Over
Yeah.
her political views.
Yeah, she's I'm thinking this is going to be her next gig, man. Like she's got a huge number of followers, and you can start making a living doing the kind of stuff she's doing right now.
She's
so
smart. She's interesting, and she's very
Her videos
good
are
at-
very attention grabbing.
yeah.
yes,
Agree.
she is great.
Especially the t-shirt she wears, like the
And
LOCPod t-shirt.
John, do you remember? Lindsay, were you in the studio that day? I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember her
I
background.
was.
She was a PR person, right? She
Right.
did. She was like the
Yeah.
PIO for Elkhart, right?
And
Yeah.
I guess because I guess the reasoning, I don't know, she could probably correct me on this, but it's because she was like contracted
Yes.
that they could fire her for her loud opinions about politics.
Well, anybody that works for the mayor could be fired, Linz.
for any reason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I mean,
will.
I'll prove it right now. I can fire Kevin, like easy.
Please fire me.
Really? Okay.
I'm
just
so
just
tired.
for training purposes. I just want to show people.
It's like an emergency blow training exercise.
Got to make sure it still
Let's
works.
see how this goes over.
Yeah. Hey, we appreciate you guys listening to LOCPod very much. We couldn't do it without our sponsors, and we couldn't do it without people watching the show, because it would be really weird if we just came in here and talked to each other on camera.
We do that pre-show.
Yes. But thanks, Kevin. Appreciate
Yes.
you very much.
Great show. A lot of fun.
And even though you didn't contribute much last night to
Early this
to the
morning, I
piece-
got up and decided it was
There you
time
go.
to contribute.
Dude,
Is that
last
true?
night- dude, it
Yeah, it's like
I
in
like
a-
did almost the entire show
like-
note last night. I'm like, Kevin was just talking about everything. It's just
Yeah, I was
like,
in a funk, and Tom was like, "Well,
I
maybe
was-
I should have just come here and just done it the whole show myself." And I was like, "All right, I'll get on it. I promise by morning."
but
I'll
I've
have
been
some-"
like that too. It's weird. Sometimes you get in pre-show and you just got nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
But sometimes you're just like, blah, blah, blah,
Yep,
like
yep.
it's bubbling out
it
of
could
you.
just be this season. We've been going without
Yeah.
sunlight for a hot minute.
Yeah, it could
Yeah,
be
it's
300.
too.
It could be number 346 that's getting to me. I'm not sure.
Plus, like honestly, like
That's one for every day of the year almost.
Almost.
at the beginning of each season, I have tons of material to talk about, and usually by episode 14, I'm out. We're just reacting to the news at that point.
So get on chat and chat us some or give us some good ideas.
I appreciate everybody very much. Jay Vaz, you're the best. Here every
Thank you.
episode, doing a
Yeah.
good job producing us. Thank you very much, Lindsay.
welcome.
You're awesome. I know you love your daddy very much, and I appreciate that. It comes out every episode. It's just,
Yes.
it's
Today
obvious. It's
especially.
obvious today, especially. Thank you.
Tough love.
Thank you, sweetie.
I'm
And
gonna go home and sleep.
okay, thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it
got
though.
it.
Honestly, this is the awesome freaking podcast studio. We're very blessed. So thank
All
you
right.
very much.
Of course.
And coming to you live from the Locomotive. We appreciate you. Keep listening. We'll be back on Friday. Love you all. Take care. We're out. LOCPod's out.